If you are dealing with anxiety in your relationship, here's 5 important steps that you can implement within your relationship to reduce the anxiety that you have. So without further ado, let's get to number 1. The first step is open communication. When it comes to relationship, being open, honest about your feeling can create trust and build your relationship. So the first step before anything happens, be open, be honest, express yourself, and be proud of whatever emotion that you have. Good or bad, those emotions are yours. So the best way that we can act within those emotions is not just to put them aside, but rather embracing those emotions and using them to your advantage. The second step when it comes to dealing with anxiety in your relationship is to set clear boundaries. Boundary doesn't necessarily mean limiting one or the other. Boundary means that you are respecting you and you are respecting your partner. Boundary is defined by knowing your limit. When is something is too much, when is something is too little. This is not something that you can come up with right there and then. So I suggest you to sit down, grab a pen and paper, and write down the things that you want to have or see within your relationship. Those things are your boundaries. Those things are the things that makes you who you are. Being in a relationship doesn't necessarily mean compromising, but rather means working together through ups and downs. The third step is to recognize triggers. This is something that can happen over time. If you're dealing with stress and anxiety in your relationship, there are certain things that triggers those anxiety. So one of the most important things is for you to identify those triggers. Again, just like setting boundaries and communication, this can happen over time. So over time, monitor yourself, monitor your relationship, see what is it that happened that causes you to feel stressed, causes you to feel anxious, and then take note of them. Recognizing those triggers and having open communication with proper boundaries, you see, all of those things are coming together, can help you maintain and create a healthy space for you and your partner to grow equally with respect for one another. And the fourth step is to challenge negative thoughts. Negative thoughts exist. Like it or not, we all deal with it at time to time. So the goal is not to have negative thoughts, because that's impossible. The more you emphasize into not being negative, the more negative you're going to be. That's how we operate. So the best thing that you can do is to challenge those negative thoughts and replace them with something positive. Replace them with something that you enjoy. Replace them with something that gives you comfort. The more you're open about your emotion and the more you give yourself that chain of thought that is healthy, the better you will be able to deal with those anxiety and those anxious feeling that you have within your relationship. If something happens and causes you to think negatively, challenge it, make it positive, and then the result will be astonishing. And finally, the fifth step on how to deal with anxiety is to engage in joint activities. Engaging in joint activity allows both of you to create a more trust within your relationship, to be open with each other, to communicate and talk, knowing each other's boundary and engaging with one another while understanding what triggers exist. It's important that when you're engaging in joint activity, find out something through communication and understanding boundaries and the things that makes you tick or you don't like. What is it that both of you agree with? This can build trust. This can build the foundation of your relationship to kind of grow together and learn one another on a more deeper level. So to sum it up, the 5 steps that can help you build resilience and avoid anxiety in your relationship is to first open communication. Talk to your partner, be honest, share your feeling. The second step is to set your boundary. What is it that you like? What is it that you don't like? The third step is to identify triggers. Recognize the things that makes you anxious. Recognize the things that makes you worried or gives you that stress feeling within your relationship. The fourth step is to challenge your negative thoughts and try to come up with a replacing positive action or affirmation to build your relationship. And finally, the fifth step and the most important step is to engage in activities that both of you guys are alike. All of these steps together can ensure a healthy relationship, not without anxiety, because anxiety exists, but with understanding, with compassion, and with trust. As always, thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed this content, make sure to hit the subscribe button and join me on the next video.